Welcome, devoted cat guardians, or should I say, cat dependents. Today we're exploring the hilarious ways our feline friends sometimes flip the script, taking on the role of parent in our relationship. So, grab a cup of coffee, with your cat's permission of course, and let's dive into 15 signs that your cat thinks they're the responsible adult in your household. Remember, resistance is futile. It's their world. We're just living in it. 1. Mealtime supervision. Ever feel like you're dining under the watchful eye of a feline food critic? That's your cat taking on the role of nutritional guardian. They're not begging, they're supervising. You might notice your cat perched nearby, eyes narrowed, as if to say, "Are you really going to eat that?" It's as if they're mentally tallying your nutritional choices, ready to intervene if you reach for that extra cookie. This mealtime monitoring isn't just about hoping for scraps. Your cat is channeling their inner parent, making sure you're eating properly. Just don't expect a gold star for finishing your vegetables. A condescending slow blink is the best you'll get. 2. The Grooming Inspector. If your cat suddenly decides to give you impromptu baths, congratulations. You've been deemed in need of grooming assistance. This isn't just affection, it's a hygiene intervention. You might find yourself subjected to rough-tongued cleaning sessions, especially targeting your hair or hands. It's as if your cat is saying, "Honestly, how did you manage before I came along? Your fur is a mess." This grooming behavior is your cat's way of caring for you, just as they would for a kitten. So next time you're on the receiving end of a sandpaper tongue facial, remember, it's not just love, it's a parent making sure their child is presentable. 3. Bedtime enforcement. Does your cat start acting up right around your usual bedtime? That's not coincidence, that's curfew enforcement. Your feline friend has decided it's lights out, whether you like it or not. You might notice increased meowing, gentle nudges, or even your cat walking towards the bedroom and looking back expectantly. It's their way of saying, "It's past your bedtime, young human. Chop chop." This bedtime herding isn't just about your cat wanting company. They've taken it upon themselves to ensure you get proper rest. After all, a well-rested human is better equipped to interact with their feline overlord. 4. The Dating Approval Committee. When you bring a date home, does your cat suddenly transform into a furry private investigator? That's your feline friend taking on the role of protective parent, vetting potential partners for their precious human. You might notice your cat engaging in intense staring contests with your guest, strategically positioning themselves between you, or even emitting low growls of disapproval. It's as if they're saying, "And what are your intentions with my human?" This scrutiny isn't just territorial behavior. Your cat is channeling their inner protective parent, ensuring that only the best make it into your inner circle. Just hope they don't start asking about your date's job prospects or family background. 5. Dietary Intervention. Have you ever reached for a snack, only to have a furry paw swatted away? That's your cat playing the role of nutritional gatekeeper, protecting you from your own poor choices. You might find your cat batting at bags of chips, positioning themselves in front of the cookie jar, or even trying to drag your hand away from the ice cream. It's as if they're saying, no, that's not good for you. How about some nice steamed fish instead? This food policing isn't just about your cat wanting the snacks for themselves. They've appointed themselves as your personal dietary consultant. Just don't expect them to lead by example. Apparently, hairball-inducing fur licking is still on the approved list. 6. The Emotional Support Unit. When you're feeling down, does your cat magically materialize with soothing purrs? That's not just companionship. That's your feline friend stepping into the role of emotional caregiver. You might notice your cat becoming extra affectionate, offering headbutts, or even bringing you their favorite toy when you're upset. It's as if they're saying, "There, human. Let me comfort you with my superior presence." This emotional support isn't just about seeking attention. Your cat is channeling their inner therapist, offering prescription strength comfort. Just don't expect them to listen to your problems. Their brand of therapy is more "shut up and pet me" than "tell me about your childhood." 7. Clothing choice critique. Ever notice your cat suddenly becoming very interested in your wardrobe choices? That's not curiosity. That's your feline fashion police in action. You might find your cat swatting at certain clothing items, sitting on others, or giving you judgmental looks when you put on particular outfits. It's as if they're saying, "Oh honey, no. That color does nothing for your complexion." This sartorial intervention isn't just about your cat wanting to play. They've appointed themselves as your personal stylist. Just be grateful they can't actually speak. Imagine the brutal honesty you'd have to endure during every outfit change. 8. The Schedule Enforcer. Does your cat start vocalizing incessantly at specific times of day? That's not just hunger or boredom. That's your feline timekeeper making sure you stick to the schedule. You might notice your cat meowing persistently when it's time to wake up, go to bed, or even start your workday. It's as if they're saying, "Well, come on, lazy bones. Time waits for no human or cat." This schedule enforcement isn't just about your cat wanting food or attention. They've taken it upon themselves to keep your life running smoothly. After all, someone has to be the responsible one in this relationship. 9. Social media usage monitoring. When you're scrolling through your phone, does your cat suddenly decide that the screen is the perfect place to sit? That's not just attention seeking. That's screen time intervention. You might find your cat strategically positioning themselves between you and your device, pawing at the screen, or even trying to knock the phone out of your hand. It's as if they're saying, "That's enough internet for today. Why don't you do something productive, like petting me?" This digital disruption isn't just about jealousy. Your cat is playing the role of concerned parent, protecting you from the evils of too much screen time. Just don't expect them to suggest a healthy alternative. Their idea of quality time involves you serving as their personal furniture. 10. Housekeeping inspections. When you start cleaning, does your cat suddenly appear to supervise the process? That's not curiosity. That's your feline quality control officer on duty. You might notice your cat following you from room to room, inspecting freshly cleaned surfaces, or even rearranging items you've just tidied. It's as if they're saying, "Missed a spot there, human. Do I have to do everything myself?" This cleaning oversight isn't just about territory marking. Your cat has appointed themselves as head of household maintenance. Just don't expect them to actually help. Their role is strictly supervisory, with a side of strategic fur distribution to keep you on your toes. 11. Work disruptor. When you're working long hours, does your cat decide your keyboard is the perfect nap spot? That's not just comfort seeking. That's your feline friend enforcing mandatory break time. You might find your cat strategically sprawling across your workspace, batting at your hands as you type, or even hitting the power button on your computer. It's as if they're saying, "That's enough work for now. Time for a cat-approved relaxation session." This work disruption isn't just about seeking attention. Your cat is playing the role of wellness coach, ensuring you don't burn out. Just don't expect them to understand deadlines. In their world, nap time is always the top priority. 12. Cooking supervision. When you're preparing meals, does your cat suddenly become your culinary shadow? That's not just food seeking. That's your feline sous chef on duty. You might notice your cat perched nearby, eyes tracking every move, occasionally pawing at ingredients they deem suspicious. It's as if they're saying, "Are you sure you know what you're doing with that spatula?" This kitchen monitoring isn't just about hoping for scraps. Your cat has appointed themselves as your personal food safety inspector. Just don't expect any actual help. Their idea of food preparation stops at knocking things off counters. 13. The "You're Doing It Wrong" home repair critic. When you're attempting home repairs, does your cat suddenly become very interested in your work? That's not curiosity. That's your feline project manager on site. You might find your cat intently watching your every move, meowing advice, or even batting at tools they think you're using incorrectly. It's as if they're saying, No. Clearly that screwdriver is all wrong for this job." This DIY supervision isn't just about playfulness. Your cat has decided they're the expert on all things home improvement. Just don't expect them to lend a paw. Their role is strictly advisory, with a side of "I told you so" purrs when things go wrong. 14. Mood regulation duty. When you're feeling tense, does your cat suddenly turn into a furry ball of energy? That's not random. That's your feline stress management team in action. You might notice your cat bringing you toys, zooming around the room, or engaging in exaggerated silly behavior when you're stressed. It's as if they're saying, "Enough with the frowning. Time for some mandatory fun." This mood intervention isn't just about your cat being playful. They've taken it upon themselves to be your personal cheerleader and stress buster. Just don't expect them to understand when playtime is inappropriate. In their world, there's no problem a good game of chase the laser pointer can't solve. 15. Financial oversight. When you're handling money or making purchases, does your cat suddenly become very interested in the process? That's not just curiosity. That's your feline financial advisor on duty. You might find your cat pawing at bills, sitting on your wallet, or even trying to swat away your credit card as you shop online. It's as if they're saying, "Do you really need that? Remember, my gourmet cat food doesn't pay for itself." This monetary meddling isn't just about playing with interesting objects. Your cat has appointed themselves as your personal accountant and impulse purchase prevention unit. Just don't expect them to understand the concept of budgeting. In their world, all resources should clearly be devoted to cat treats and toys. Up next, discover the signs your cat considers you their soulmate, or learn what cats do when they consider you family. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.